evening, fellow YouTubers of the world, and welcome to another grand and glorious episode of Arizona Griper, starring I, your beautiful host, Mr. Arizona. How's everybody doing tonight? Hopefully everybody's doing well. Hope everybody's feeling well. Hope everybody's having a great day. Me, I'm just chilling, hanging out, doing the usual. What's up, potty mouth? Why you calling me a pervert for, jackass? Already? Dude, go away, fly. Shoe fly, don't bother me. Shoe fly, go away. Didn't you do like 2 streams in a row? Why don't you go do a third one? Instead of bothering me. Seriously, just go away, dude. So anyway, it is 7:31 on Sunday, June 1st, 2025. In fact, Dave, since you ain't leaving, I'll show you out the door myself. Bye, dude. I got rid of that, didn't it? I don't know why I even acknowledge this bum when, he can't even get out of his bathroom chair more than less anything else. I mean, seriously. I mean, here's what it is. Okay. He shit talks the fuck out of, I'm just going to put it out there as an example, out of marine life, right? Shit talks the fuck out of him, out of her, and yet wants to be friends with her again. That don't make no sense. He shit talks Nelson, then wants to be friends with him. Doesn't make no sense. Shit talks Kamisha, then wants to be back friends with her. Doesn't make no sense. They pass Kamisha around like a goddamn peace pipe. First she's with Nelson, then she's with Dave, then she's with Nelson, then she's with Dave. It's just a constant thing. By the way, this is an adult channel, so if you are a child, which you probably are, both of you, you guys are going to get a timeout because I don't take kids in here. Which looking like is what it is. You guys old enough to be here, dude? If not, gotta go. Like I said, these guys, they circle jerk the fuck out of one another. And that's why they never amount to nothing. That's why they never be nothing. That's why they're never going to fucking accomplish nothing, because they always just circle around the same dried up watering holes, the same old bullshit, the same old song and dance every single fucking time. It's fucking disgusting, dude. Okay. Did you bring up all these people in here? You probably did, so I'm going to have to do a mass timeout. There's that one. At least one thing. At least you're honest when you come in here, man. So, got to give you credit for that. So, for that, I'll just time you out for 5 minutes. The only reason why, because he was being honest. So, got to give him credit for that. At least one thing about Dave, he is a low grade, no good piece of shit. And, you know, he stays that way. He doesn't flip. He doesn't flop. He's constant with everybody. So you got to give him credit for that. You know, you got to give him credit where credit is due. You know, he's consistent. You know, he doesn't switch. Well, he does kind of flip flop though, because one minute he's nice to somebody, next minute he's a total creep. So, you know, he does flip flop on occasion, but he only flip flops in his own mind, which I don't understand. You know, if you're going to be something, be consistent. Don't just fucking like somebody 1 minute and then hate them the next. Like somebody 1 minute, hate them the next. You know, it's like friends today, enemies tomorrow. Friends today, enemies tomorrow. It's a constant wheel of misfortune, unfortunately. Just the way it is, dude. And it's really sad. You know, well, what are you guys going to accomplish by just circle jerking one another? I mean, what do you get out of it? Y'all don't make no money. You don't make no views. You don't make no subs. Just nothing, dude. All the fucking subs that you have, Dave, are bot subbed. They're not real at all. You know, they were. Yeah. WYD, what's that? I'm not going to even read that comment if it's from you. I'm just going to time that one out. That was probably a kid. I'll time it out for 5 minutes just in case I made a mistake. And I don't give a fuck about your message either, so I'm not going to even read it. So, don't care about that. I'm assuming this Roman character is probably a kid too. So, only going to time you out I'll time you out for a minute. Because that way, if I screwed up, at least you can come back only half butthurt about it. Not full butthurt. So, yeah. I had a pretty good day. It was an easy going day. Not too bad. Using my black light, so it's a little different. I got more lights. I got a shit ton of lights. I just don't know whether I should hook them up or not. You know? What's everybody been up to? Hopefully you've been having a good weekend, you know. Thank you guys. I appreciate it. There we go. I'll just put it on green for a little bit, you know. Even though blue's my favorite color. So. Actually, I know a lot of you don't like that, so I'll just leave it flat like this because a lot of people, the motion kind of makes you sick, like you're on a roller coaster or anything or something like that. So it's all good, you know. Don't matter. So what's the matter? No one going to chat? I would chat with you if you were old enough to chat. But you were stuck in somebody's stinky Discord, weren't you? And he drops the link, and then you come all in here, right? Pile in here like sardines. Then you get timed out like fucking the rats you are, right? That's what I thought. That's what most of you little punk kids do anyway. You don't give a fuck what the stream is about. You fucking just want to just get timed out because you're underage and you ain't supposed to be on here anyway. At least not on my channel anyway. You guys are butthurt about that. Oh well. Go cry to your mom because I don't give a fuck. Remember, you came in here. I didn't go over there. I don't go nowhere but here. So these fake little ass dumbass accounts of mine, you know, they're not me. Because I don't go nowhere but here. Very rarely do I ever go on panels or channels. Very rarely. With the exception of, I would say probably about three. Three so far. That's it. So I don't really know anybody else, so. You know, I don't go rolling in the chats that I don't know, so. Unless I know what they're about, you know. By the way, dude, we're still doing the Death Nut Challenge at 700. So you might want to not miss that one. Also, I don't know if I have it here. I guess not. Also, we're doing the Little Nitro. There you go. We're doing the Little Nitro Spicy Gummy Bear Challenge at 1K subs. But the subs have to be legit and they have to stick. Can't be on fucking troll accounts. Can't be on sock accounts. Can't be fucking fake accounts. It's got to be legitimate YouTube channels. You know, nothing fake or made up. Straight up real. That's the way I fucking roll. You know. But I do, however, have a story to tell you. And you guys probably heard this one. But I remember a story when I was younger. A younger me, a little more fit than usual, you know. And, you know, I like to bike ride everywhere. Because I can. Why? I make a YouTube channel to entertain, like as anybody else does. Entertain, make friends, and have fun. There's nothing wrong with that. Are you old enough to be here, Roman, or are you just going to fucking sit here and bother me all day and throw me off topic? My motivation, um, actually, originally, um, you're not old enough to be here, then I can't talk to you. Bye. There. That took care of you. But anyway, like I said, I used to be quite the hiker and quite the biker back then. Used to ride my bike everywhere, up in the mountains, around the neighborhood, everywhere. I remember there's one time to where I was using, little biking trails out in the desert, and I'd gotten pretty far away from home. And luckily, I carried a big backpack with lots of water and lots of rations. But unfortunately, it started to get dark by the time I got home. Just before I'm out in the middle of the desert and it starts to get dark. So I try and bike back, and as I started coming back, the sun started getting lower and lower and lower until I ran out of daylight in the middle of the desert. And I had no flashlight, nothing. And I'm like, how in the hell am I going to see out here in the middle of the dark, in the middle of the desert? Lola, are you old enough to be here, sweetheart? This is an adult channel. If you're not old enough to be here, I'm going to have to time you out. Fair warning. 18 plus channel. So anyway, I'm out there with no light, wondering how I'm going to get home. Well, my first thought was, all right, I'll trust you this time. But anyway, I'm out there in the middle of the dark, and I couldn't see shit. So I decided to park my bike on the side of the dirt road and basically stay where I was until the morning time came. So I positioned my bike, my mountain bike, to where I can, not lay down on it, but have it to where it was snug up against me to where, to where I can, not have to worry about things crawling on me and things like that. You know what I mean? It was very, very uncomfortable. Let me tell you, very uncomfortable. But I tried to manage it the best way I knew how. So I managed to start out halfway through the night. I checked my cell phone. It was around, I'd say around 12. 1 o'clock in the morning. And my cell phone was like at 50%. And I was afraid to call out because there was no signal. And the only light I had was the little light on little flashlight on my cell phone. So anyway, it was about 12 o'clock, and I'm looking around, and I hear coyotes howling in the background. And at first it started far off. And the howling started getting closer and closer and closer to me. And I'm like, shit, what am I going to do? I've got no weapons. I've got nothing to defend myself if one of these coyotes decides to get cheeky and decides to come at me. So finally, one coyote sounded as if it was 4 feet from me on the right side. Then there was another one that sounded it was 4 feet from me from the left side. And there was another one that sounded in the back of me 4 feet, exactly 4 feet on either side and in front of me. I couldn't see anything. So I went, turned on my cell phone, turned on my torchlight, and I looked around, didn't see a thing. Then I heard what sounded like a footstep in front of me. And real quickly, I shine my cell phone light up there, and I couldn't make out what it was. It was like a blackish looking figure. Because to me it looked like a black shadow or a black mist. And I didn't know what to do. I'm sitting there literally shaking and froze with fear. I didn't know how to make of it. I didn't know what to do. I'm just standing there. Then I heard the thing move again. And I swear to God, it was within breathing distance, right close to my face. And all I did is I thought to myself, you know what? I'm just going to close my eyes and it'll be over quickly. So I closed my eyes and I literally just held onto my cell phone like as if it was saving my life. And I just went like this. And the next thing you know, everything stopped. The coyote howling stopped. All the noise, everything went quiet all of a sudden. And what I thought about during that experience, when the coyotes went quiet, There was no sound. No sound at all. Just dead silence there. And I never forgot that feeling of that creature or whatever it was standing, sitting, or whatever, staring at me right in the face. It showed no fear, nothing at all. But I never moved from that spot. I just stood there, just stunned in fear. The next morning, I feel the sun coming up. I feel the warmth and everything. But I'm still holding on to my cell phone. And finally, I regained consciousness. And my cell phone was completely dead. I had no cell phone at all. The battery finally died on me that night. And I thought everything was fine. So I went home, picked up my bike, and took the trail home. And when I got inside, people were asking me, where was I? Where was I? Where was I? And I told them I was at a friend's house, and sorry I didn't call because I didn't want to worry about my mom or dad about anything. So they let me go. Everything was fine. I go upstairs because we lived in a 2-story house. So I go upstairs and change clothes. And I went to take my shirt off, and take a shower and all that. But I noticed 3 big, huge, deep scratch marks on my back. I mean, they were fucking deep. Looked like something just went like that and scratched them. And scratched me from one side of my back, from one shoulder blade to the other. It was so weird. It didn't hurt. Just noticed it there. Also, I noticed that I had a large black dark dot on my forehead. And it didn't go away no matter how much I washed my face, no matter how much I scrubbed it off, still didn't go away. And the scars on my back, they never healed up. And I just remember every day since then, I've had nightmares of a being running me down and hunting me and just chasing me out of fear. I'd wake up in cold sweats. I'd wake up screaming. Even to this day, I still have problems like that. I would go for maybe 2, 3, 4 days without sleep. Till finally my body had enough and it just crapped out. I've been to every psychologist there is known to man. I've listened to everybody. I even went to a priest, for God's sakes. And nobody understood why I have that dark spot on my forehead and why I have these scratch marks on the back. They thought I was possessed. No, it wasn't possession. They thought that I was mentally unsound. Wasn't that at all either. It was something a little bit more sinister than that. And I do admit, for some reason, I don't know why, but I've always longed to go back to see that creature one more time, to prove to myself and the rest of the world that it wasn't a myth, it wasn't legend. I know I wasn't crazy. It was real. But to this day, I could never understand all this. And I've always told people that I've got some kind of a monster inside of me. And people don't believe me. Till I started noticing something. Every time somebody pissed me off, every time somebody aggravated me, every time somebody got underneath my skin, bad things started happening to them. They started vanishing. They started disappearing. Unexplained accidents started happening. It's only when I got angry, that's when it happened. Couldn't understand why. But then that's when I felt the back of my neck. And I noticed that there was felt kind of some kind of a bite mark on the side here. And it was a bite mark that had gone from this side of my neck all the way around. It's a pretty big one. But to me, it felt like a scar. I didn't pay any attention to it. But here I am, years later, still get plagued by the nightmares. I still feel the scratch marks on my back. And I feel a scar on my neck. And sometimes feelings come over on me. Overwhelming feelings of rage and hurt well up in me. And then I noticed that the angrier I get, the more bad things started happening, one after another. And it never stopped. Not since that day. I never could understand it. Never could. And that ends Arizona story time. Hope you guys liked that story. Hope you guys were interested in it. You guys could come in here and chat if you want, as long as you don't be supreme dickheads or anything like that. Shout out to the lurkers in the chat. What's up? I noticed that, I don't know why, but there's a lot of people that used to frequent my chat a lot. Now they just don't show up anymore. I don't know why. It's just, it is what it is, dude. Anyway, guys, I'm going to go ahead and head out. So you guys take care. Much love, and I'll see you on the next one. Peace. Take it easy, guys. Lates.